My name is Kriti, and today we are going to discuss how to integrate Oracle Apex with OCI IAM. As you may know, Oracle Apex is a low-code or no-code application development platform that allows you to develop and deploy applications in the cloud. In order to control who or what type of roles can access these applications, we can integrate Apex with OCI IAM. Now my colleague Ravi will take you through the steps involved in OCI IAM.
User management and federation, OCI IAM support various protocols like SAML, Auth or OIDC and can easily integrate with various trusted and target sources. One of them is Apex. We'll see the steps now.
So we have logically divided the integration in the 4 steps. First one is a prerequisite, and the part of the prerequisite is you should have a admin account, IAM admin account, the tenancy, and you should have Apex application of 18.1 and above version. And also you need to collect redirect URL, post lookout URL the way I have collected. So base URL, and you have to append ORDS/Apex authentication callback. And for logout URL, you have to append your Apex number the way it is being mentioned here for our demo application for this integration. Now the steps at the OCI IAM end, there are 3 steps we need to perform. First one is we have to construct the discovery URL, which is part of the domain URL and some suffix after this. So how to get the domain URL? So when you log into your tenancy, there is a mega menu. You have to click on this, go to identity and security and domains. Here you will see options of your domains. If you are integrating with the default domain, click on that. Here on the landing page, you will see the domain URL. So I have copied and collected my discovery URL. Then next one is you need to create users and the groups if you want to perform the authorization. So users only for authentication, but in case you want to perform the authorization also, you have to create the groups also. So for this demo purpose, I have created a testing user, which is known as OCI IAM5 here, and also a group, which is a OCI IAM5 admin groups. So user belongs to this group will have a admin access on the Apex applications. So we'll achieve this via the policies we'll configure at the Apex end. Next one is we have to register a client application, which is OAuth version 2 type. And for this, we have to go to the same screen, integrated application section, add application, confidential application, and we have to launch the workflow. We have to give some name, OCI IAM5, OCI 5, and no other detail required to be updated here. On the next page, we have to skip this, but you have to select this client configuration. You have to select the authorization code grant type. There the option will be for the redirect URL and the post lookout URL, which we collected as part of the prerequisite. We need to provide those details here. Remove any space if there. You verify this if there is no space. If it is fine, yeah. Go to next. There is no need to perform anything else apart from this, and you have to finish it. By default, it is an inactive state. We have to activate this. Once it is done, you will get a client ID secret, which is required at the Apex end. So we'll collect here by end of this, and we'll copy here for the Apex. Now my colleague Kriti will share and perform the steps at the Apex end. Kriti, over to you now.
Thank you, Ravi. So in Apex, mainly we have 4 steps. First is to create web credential. Then we have to create new authentication scheme and authorization scheme and few configurations in security attributes. So let's move on to the Apex application now. You have to navigate to the shared components and go to the web credentials. You have to create one from scratch. Just to save the time, I've already created one and I'll walk you through that. So once you add a name, you have to change the authentication type to basic authentication, and we have to add the client ID and password here. This is the same ID and password that Ravi had showed you in the OCI IAM step. I've just pasted it here and we do a apply change. Next would be to create authentication scheme. I've already created one. Here, the scheme type would be social sign-in, and the credential store would be the same web credential that we had created now. Again, the discovery URL is the one that Ravi had showed you in the OCI IAM step. So I've pasted the same here, and under scope, you have to add profile, groups, and username. Once this is done, we have to add a small custom code here in the PL SQL code section. This is to get control over the groups based on the roles we created in OCI IAM. So this is the code, a procedure basically. And once this is also added, we copy this same procedure name and paste it under login processing under post authentication procedure name. And the next configuration would be under post logout URL. This is the URL that Ravi had showed you in the OCI IAM. The logout URL we configured there. Once these steps are done, we go back to the shared components and create a new authorization scheme. For authorization scheme type would be is in role or group, and type would be custom. Please be mindful of the name that you copy here. It has to be the same that we configure in OCI IAM app. So Ravi had created a group OCI in5 admin. I have copied the same name here. This can be comma separated values based on multiple groups you create in the app, IAM app. But you have to be mindful about the case. It is case sensitive. Once these steps are done, you go back to the shared components and navigate to security attributes here. There are small configurations here. We have to change the authentication scheme that we created now and the authorization scheme. And we have to select the custom code under source for role or group schemes. This is because we have added a custom code under PL SQL, so we get a more granular control. Once this is also done, we apply change and we run the application. So you can see I'm able to get the IAM screen here. So we have successfully integrated Apex and OCI IAM. Thank you.